Hello gorgeous, I'm Danielle Rosaria and I paint pictures. You can too. Today we're going to be painting this green budgie and I'll be telling you about my painting process and a little fun fact or two about budgies. Let's go. So it was a lot of fun painting these budgerighars, and I'm going to call them budgies because it's much easier to say. And they're also known as parakeets, but there's lots of different kinds of parakeets. Budgies are the only bird in their genus and they're very special. They are native to Australia and there are so many thousands of them. Sometimes the flocks of them could be tens of thousands and it becomes a budgie storm. I would love to see a budgie storm because it's just mind-boggling. When I had them as pets, I had 5 or 6, maybe 7 at one time, and each one was a little bit unique, and it's amazing to think of how each one with their own little personalities could be part of a giant 10,000 bird budgie storm. Oh my gosh, well, for a bird lover that would be very, very exciting. So I showed you how I painted the green one because there's a lot of things going on in my house and sometimes kids use the iPad and whatnot, so I have to paint when I can. So I painted the blue one off camera, but I'll give you a close-up again. And so that's how it turned out. Now when their pupils get really small like that means they're excited or concerned, and I think maybe because they were on the owner's hand and they were out of their cage, they were like a little bit excited. So this one is excited too, but this one is really like, wow. Birds really express a lot with their eyes. Also the feathers around their eyes, when they're skinny like this, it means, oh my gosh, they're really excited. So maybe he's about to fly off. I think so, because they have their nice flight feathers. It's very healthy for birds to have their flight feathers, and both of these birds do. Now this is a domesticated color. This one is a very bright yellow. The wild budgies are a more muted yellow, like the color of these trees, so they would blend in more with the trees. So both of these are more of a domesticated variety, but I like to think about them, maybe they are wild birds that have been tamed or something, because it looks like they're outside. Just use imagination and think about that. My budgies were never tamed. We could look at them really closely because they were used to us looking at them, but we could never hold them, and I didn't try. For me, I didn't need to hold them because it was so much fun just watching them interact. They're the world's most talkative birds, and when they're healthy and happy, they just talk all day long. But some talk more than others. Like I said, they each have their own little personalities. It's really, really amazing. So as you can see, I absolutely love budgies. And so painting these was a real joy for me. And it was a little challenging because since we're doing full-time homeschooling at my house, I had to work on this in pieces. So it took me a good 2 weeks to complete this composition, and I worked on the background first, then each of the budgies and the hand. And yeah, it took about 2 weeks from start to finish, which is a long time for me. Usually I paint bird paintings in about an hour, maybe 2 hours. So this one took a good long time, but I'm happy with the result, and I hope you like it. I think it's pretty cute. Budgies are always cute. So thank you so much for joining me, and please like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below, and I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much, and stay creative, my friend.